What's going on, guys? Welcome back to We the Champs. So good to be here with you again. I'm your host, Jalen, and you're getting into one of the finest sports shows on the web. All right. So this is gonna be a quick one today. We're gonna talk some NBA and some NFL. The hottest stuff going on right now. So let's not waste any time. Let's get into the mix. But before we do that, do me a quick favor: hit that like, subscribe, comment. Do whatever you want. Let's get it, baby. All right, so it's the NBA Finals going on right now. Thunder and Pacers series tied 1-1, and it's been a pretty decent one thus far. And from what we're seeing, this is honestly expected. I just want to say one thing about this NBA Finals matchup: the parity in the NBA is tip top right now. I mean, we haven't seen a back-to-back NBA Finals team since I don't know. Let's see here. It's been a little minute, right? So we're seeing new, fresh faces out there, and I feel like that's really good for the hoop heads. Not so much like the markets and all the fans, whatnot, but the real hoop heads who are diehard NBA fans. This is really exciting to see. So for me personally, the storylines don't drive the finals. It's more so the competitiveness. And through these first two games, we've seen them be very competitive, And another thing, the young stars are giving the old stars the boot. I mean, we haven't seen LeBron, KD, and Steph Curry in the finals in a few years now. Last year, it was Tatum Brown versus Luka Doncic. I mean, Kyrie was there too, but that was Luka's team. Sorry, Dallas fans. And this year is two of the top point guards we've seen in the past few years. Definitely two top 10 players, in my opinion. And Tyrese Halliburton and SGA. All right. So the young stars are taking over. So the first game of the series, we had the Thunder just getting several turnovers, just picking the pocket, bow, swiping the ball. Every time there is a post up, bow, they're getting around, taking the ball and scoring. But one thing that was very apparent when the regular season and in the postseason was the Thunder getting points off of possessions off the turnovers in transition. So in the first game, we saw Indiana play some really good transition defense. It kept them arm's length, but they didn't fully extend that stiff arm, And then the Pacers came roaring back, pushing the pace, and just raining threes. I mean, we're seeing Nesmith hit. You saw what he did to the Knicks in that game one. This was exactly the same thing. I mean, we even got Miles Turner, who is a decent three-point shooter, shooting crooked-ass bank shots at the top of the wing on this comeback, all right? So one thing with their strategy was they're blitzing the ball quite often. So it's tremendous, very fast ball pressure. And they're trying to get into those passing lanes, force them to make mistakes. And that's one thing this Oklahoma City defense is built on, is the number and the consistency of the turnovers and scoring off of that. Indiana played really good in transition defense, and that's why they didn't blow the doors off of them. That's what usually happens when OKC plays these teams, right? And it just came roaring back, and the Pacers do not give up, bro. God. I was watching game two. They're up by the Thunder are up by 20 plus points. And, usually with 6-7 minutes left, you're like, this game is over. But the Pacers, you cannot count these guys out because they have so much firepower. Everybody shoots the three ball well, whether they're getting smothered, quick catch and shoot off the dribble or whatever. The Pacers, you just can't count them out. And in their head, the game is never over. So you can never count the Pacers out, which is really what's making this finals even more exciting after that first game. And it's like I saw OKC stomping them, but you have to give the Pacers a chance to win the series, especially after that first game. But yeah, big props to both the teams thus far. Oklahoma City Thunder. Some specific things in that second game. SGA getting the job done. We all know SGA is a bucket, but when you're a superstar on that level, you still need the rest of your team. All right. And SGA got his team involved pretty early. He's tossing it out to Shet, getting Shet some touches. J Dub. We still haven't seen J Dub go off in this series, so that's still to come. But yeah, getting his teammates involved. So their assists were up big time. They had 13 assists in game 1 and 25 in game 2. So that tells you right there that their half-court offense and just creating offense is really happening. And SGA he just controls the game with that dribble, man. This guy is, I mean, dude, he's so impressive. A consistent 30-piece. The guy his finishing in the restricted area is just super high, especially for a small guard. Well, he's not a small guard. He's 6'6". But his finishing in the restricted area is sky high. It's ridiculous. It's like he's a big. He can shoot the three. You know, most of the time he's going to shoot it open or hit you with that little step back. Fun story. They were up by a lot last night, and my parlay, I needed one more three from SGA, and it didn't happen because he didn't have to. That's just not an essential part of his game. It's in his bag, but it's not an essential part of his game. And, bro, don't even let me get in that mid-range. That mid-range of SGA is just smooth. Oh, my gosh. The turnaround fade away, just to stop, step back, and pull up. It's critical, man. It's different. But, yeah, so it's a big thing. With OKC defending home court in the second game and getting other guys involved, especially Shet. You know, seeing Shet out there was pretty cool. Caruso had 20 points off the bench. That's big time when you got a bench player coming off. And we've seen Caruso work his magic in the finals before, getting the Black Mamba title. Shout out my uncle, Black Mamba. All right. So, yeah, we're getting some big-time contributions here. And like I said, they had better closeouts. I know the defensive strategy might have changed a little bit. They're giving up open three-point shots. Maybe this first game was more so an experimental kind of challenge for the coach, the Oklahoma City Thunder. But we didn't see as many open three attempts from the Pacers as we did in the first game. All right. And as far as with the Pacers, I understand these guys are. I understand Halliburton is a pass first point guard. I mean, the guy's a superstar. He's great. Has a wonderful shot. He's super clutch in the clutch time when necessary, and he gets the game going. He gets his team rolling. But the past two games, he's had under 20 points, I believe. I mean, he came alive a little bit in game 1. Of course, he hit the buzzer beater with 0.3 seconds left to finish off the Thunder in game 1. But like I said, I get he's a pass-first point guard. However, in my opinion, you need a bigger offensive output as far as scoring from your superstar to really elevate to win these games, especially in a 7-game series against the defense as dynamic as the Oklahoma City Thunder. I mean, maybe if this was another team, it would be different. Like, think about who played last year, the Nuggets. Oh, no, year before last, the Nuggets won. If they were playing against the Nuggets, it would be different. Or the Dallas Mavericks from last year, but you really need you to step up a little bit more. I'm not saying throughout the game, take your little bit of shots or whatever, but I would like to see more shots from Halliburton. Like I said, I know he gets the ball going. He gets the team rolling by passing the ball, getting it to somebody, getting it to the right person in the right time when they need the ball. Or this guy needs a touch. He's right over here. Let's make that happen. But in my opinion, from your best player, you just need a bit more offensive production as far as scoring. All right. So Tyrese, we need some more scoring from you, bro. Not a whole lot, man, but just I got to see a little bit of offensive takeover. Okay. And he had some surplus moments in the Knicks series where he scored 30 plus points in the high 20s. I think those kind of games are soon to come, and he's going to recognize that because this Thunder defense is just crippling, bro. God, dog. All right. Let's keep it moving, guys. All right, I'm going to switch to the NFL real quick, and this will honestly be the last topic. Like I said, this is a quick segment, guys. Aaron Rodgers to the Packers on a 1-year deal. Wish I had my guy Dan here to talk about this one with me. Yeah, so this is exciting. One thing exciting about this is the Steelers play the Jets in week 1 and the Packers in week 8. So they're playing both of Rodgers' previous teams in this upcoming season. All right. Aaron Rodgers, oh my gosh, like I call him the off-season filler. There's just so much to talk about with Aaron Rodgers. He keeps the league bumping. The league needs Aaron Rodgers, or it needed Aaron Rodgers for the offseason, that is. So looking at this, I think this is a good move. Before I was like, I don't know. I think this is a good move for Rodgers, and I believe this is a good move for the Steelers. It's a 1-year deal, so they're not bound to hold him down for a long time. All right. And it just fits what the Steelers are. Damn, I hate to say it, but they're just slightly above average team. I mean, they haven't had a losing season in I don't know how long. And that's one thing they harp on. They take pride in always being able to compete. And apparently Rodgers was the third option behind Stafford and behind Justin Fields when this came along. Okay. So I think this is a good thing because you look at Rodgers. And I know a lot of people talk trash about Rodgers, say this and that, but at this point, something is certain to me about Rodgers, and that's this guy has to love football. You're in your 40s, a quarterback, and you're coming off a previous Achilles tear injury or rupture or whatever you want to call it. You have to love football. I know with the Jets, it was reputation, trying to make the Super Bowl. They had all those expectations going into that first year at the Jets. So there's that. Then they had the second season. They still had good expectations. I don't know about the Super Bowl, but they still had very high contending expectations. And that fell flat, ended up firing coaches and whatnot. Now you're going to a team who I think correct me if I'm wrong, guys, I think the offensive coordinator for the Steelers is Arthur Smith, a very run-oriented head coach. 41 years old. DK Metcalf's your best weapon, a great weapon, but your best weapon on a defensive culture-minded team. Yeah, at this point, at 41 years old, I think you just love football or you don't know anything else, really. You got to think Rodgers has been in the league since he was 23, 24. It's damn near, 17, 18 years. That's what I'm saying about LeBron, dude. I don't see LeBron retiring until he's 45. How can you retire when you feel you have so much left in the tank, right? And then it's in the offseason, what the hell are you going to do? But going back to this, I think Rodgers is just a guy who just loves football, loves playing football, being out there. And at this point, he has to be in the mindset of a guy that just wants to compete, be one of the guys in the locker room. And the Jets experience, I believe, humbled him very much. So this could be a good run for him, just mentally. And it could be a good run for the Steelers this season. They can slide into the wild card. I don't see them competing with the big dogs at all. And if y'all think so, that's crazy. It can possibly beat the Bengals or the Ravens on a Sunday night or a Sunday afternoon because it's a rivalry game. You know, that familiarity, that rivalry, that brings the dogs out. So I can see those kind of situations. Yeah. So congrats on this. And let's see what happens, man. This has to be Rodgers' last stop. But for the Steelers, I see this is how it's been for a decade, and this is looking to be the same thing for the near future. They have to develop or really invest into the franchise quarterback position to make that next step. I mean, your team drafting in the mid-round every year. You haven't had a franchise guy since Ben Roethlisberger. Steelers, I got to make something shake, man. But, hey, football season is 2 months away. What is it? It's June, July, August. Damn. All right. We got like 3 months until some football, college football and NFL. So I'm excited. All right, guys. Like I said, that was going to be a quick segment. Just had to get that out there. As usual, I appreciate you guys tuning in. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, bell notification. I'm going to be doing positional ranking for the NFL in these next coming weeks. So you guys won't want to miss out. All right. Appreciate you. We the champs. We out.